too, the good, the bad, the ugly, as they say. You're welcome to Atlantic Television Network, and the program is Atlantic Television Network Press Roundtable, which is a garden of media professionals coming together to give insights and perspectives to news and current affairs issues that are trending in the polity. Today is not going to be different, as we always say on this program. Let's look at some of the headlines. But before then, I have Larissa Choma here in the studio.
Good evening, sir.
We're doing it together. She's my co-anchor, even though she's going to go into a chat after now. All right, I'll introduce my guest after this. Governor Fubara presents 2024 budget to 5 lawmakers. Also from Rivers State government states reason for demolition of Assembly Complex. Governor Fubara congratulates former Governor Wike on his birthday. And the Economy World Bank says petrol price should be $7.50 per litre. Demand discipline. CJN wants Federal High Court judges to value their appointment. I would have been wondering if they will not do that with all the arguments that are coming from the courts of coordinate jurisdiction. YPP chairman fired for accepting
It's Christmas season, hooray! A time to make merry with loved ones, a time to give thanks, and a time to be a blessing. May your holiday season be filled with joy, laughter, and beautiful moments. From all of us in Morrison Communications Limited, Wish 99.5 FM and Atlantic Television Network, full of amazing experiences. Cheers to a beautiful year end.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on-the-spot live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings round day.
Assembly Complex. Recall that it was earlier reported that bulldozers moved into the complex on Wednesday and began demolition of the facility located along Mosque Road, Port Harcourt. State Commissioner for Information and Communications, Joseph Johnson, gave this explanation in a statement issued in Port Harcourt on Wednesday morning. Johnson said it was the buyer that gutted the complex and destroyed property worth millions of naira, which he said rendered the facility unfit for legislation. Further said the government had tried to at all costs saving measures towards the repair of the complex until it bowed to the superior view of rebuilding the complex into a more befitting edifice. The commissioner further said the state government has already provided an alternative place for the lawmakers to carry on their affairs pending the rebuilding of the complex. Yes, that's what's happening there. You can see in the pictures, the bulldozers have moved in. The state, because I know my name is Bon Woke, and and I have Ofakado Kubo. You can see I'm in a hurry to talk about demolition. Yes, because I did some research today. Welcome to the studio. Of course, I'm Bon Woke, and I'm sure you know that. All is not very well with River State, but everything worketh for good for those who love God. That is why I see it. And as my old man will say, if something doesn't get bad, it won't get good. We just pray that at the end of the day, everything that's happening in the state will amount to the welfare and well-being of Nigerians in general. Well, the story of the River State House Assembly is a very, very bad one. It is a sad commentary on the way government functions. Orderly, during ordinary government, 1999 to what was that? 2003, right? Actually supervised that contract from a Speaker Amaechi that was at the helm of affairs when that complex was built. And from my research, to discover that over time, work has been a big pain in the neck of many government functionaries. I just watched a YouTube interview with Governor Wike this afternoon. Memo to the government house, vote for renovation of the house. So now with the touching of the assembly, the government now deems it fit to bring the entire structure down. And coincidence is so dangerous. I'm sure you're going to speak on that. Yes. Yes.
Looking at it, I mean, for every layman,
touch it, yes.
Why he didn't even do the renovation at all? Because that using that facility were complaining is that much everybody's public knowledge.
Public knowledge, yes.
That they were really complaining that it was in bad shape. So how and why, with all that he did, so many abandoned, if you like, government buildings in Port Harcourt?
Under government business. I remember Governor Wike in that video saying, why didn't they give that building to Beja? Why did they give it to a formidable construction company and all that? And there are so many stories. In fact, it brought to question why we have not rebuilt the complex over time. This building is about 23 years, right? This building is about 20, 21 years. Okay, let's say 20 years. I know we have touched it a little bit over time. But generally speaking, maintenance culture in Nigeria is a big issue. You start from the fact that sometimes construction works are not properly done. Then the second phase is the fact that you don't have maintenance.
Government in power, either having and perhaps even the person that maybe they will not remember during his time as bad as this.
Yes.
I was not recognized, my community not recognized as a person. I am not going to
touch it.
And this is the mentality of the leader that politicians have. This is their mentality, bringing a lot of sentiment and unnecessary emotions into what ordinary
there's a constitutional provision that if this assembly does not sit, our interest is good governance. No matter how they want to mess up the assembly, but let's look at the next story because that will now give us more issues to discuss on this, on the legitimacy of the assembly to be or not to be or that or not. Rivers State Governor Similaye Fubara has presented the 2024 Rivers State Appropriation Bill. The governor arrived at the plenary of the assembly under the speakership of Right Honorable Edison around at 9 a.m. today. He was accompanied by the Secretary to the State Government, Tamidano Gogo, Commissioner Azi Kamalu, the Commissioner for Information and Communication, Joseph Johnson, and other members of his cabinet. The State Executive Council, in its 5th sitting on Monday, approved the of over 800 billion Christian, the budget of renewed hope. Sounds like Tinubu's renewed hope. Consolidation and continuity for the 2024 fiscal year. During the Wednesday proceedings, Edison also declared vacant the seat of 27 out of 32 lawmakers that defected to All Progressive Congress. Serious issues there. I'm sure this House This assembly is sitting in in a makeshift place in Government House. And I think that what seemed to have given them the impetus to sit was the judgment of Danagogo in State High Court, which to sit as a speaker.
There are even two technical issues of law,
legality.
That we cannot actually do justice to here. But I would want to speak from the background of the people of
Rivers State. Yes.
I think they have a right to live their lives. They do not deserve these politicians, this political class, to hold them to ransom or to.
Even their flight is not permanent because I'm sure they're going to court. I know section 109 of the Constitution talks about declaring vacant, but they have given reason why they defected. They say there's a problem in the leadership.
That is what they say. Is that
no? It's for the court to prove.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I say there are too many legal issues that wouldn't be for us to be able to.
Even the sitting of the assembly and the passing of the budget is also a legal issue. But by the time there's a further legalize or further judicial intervention, we would have had a budget. Go ahead.
We already have.
Yes.
I think I understand they have already passed the budget. So I'm sure maybe okay, except that I have not heard where the governor has given us. But whatever it is, what do not know if anything that come out of these actions is truly the proper one.
Yeah.
Like I said, I shouldn't affect the Rivers people. Did not. I think it shouldn't affect them. Whether they are 5, they are 2, they are 1, or whatever. I mean, people.
The common man is not interested.
Right. He's not interested. His life has to go on. Now, whatever comes out tomorrow, as to say whether this one is the authentic, the other one is not, or the other one is the authentic, this one is, well, that remains to be seen. But as today, I think the people of Rivers State, you ask me, the generality of the people of Rivers State, I mean, would want Governor Sim Fubra to continue governing this state, allowing him the.
This is what happens when people have politicians who are at that level of the interest. I have always said on this show that why we have carpeting and rascality because of lack of technology. US Republicans and Democrats have always used them as example, and why we have lifelong politicians who belong to a particular political party.
But there must be a reason for it.
But the reason says there has to be leadership crisis. There is no leadership crisis in Rivers.
That is your own perception. That's your perception.
Do we have factual?
That is your perception. The court will decide that. But the point is, all either two of the 27, they were 4 before. Linda has not made any statement about not reversing. I think she reversed herself because they have every right to reverse. Even right now, they can reverse.
I hope they do.
But so the point is that this stands at the behest of the court judge, the Honorable Justice. Pronouncements by cause of coordinated jurisdiction contradictory the governor of the state extending hands of friendship to his predecessor. Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has congratulated his immediate predecessor, Nyesom Wike, on his 56th birthday. Fubara in the territory, Nyesom Wike, the governor who is currently in a face-off with Wike over the political crisis rocking the state, prayed to God to grant the former governor joy and happiness in his new age. And of course, the former deputy governor sent messages of felicitation to the governor on behalf of herself and Rivers people, and particular the people of Rivers West. Followers.
I think it shows he's a more mature person.
Okay.
It shows a lot of maturity.
Yeah.
We all know what they know. I have a lot of respect for this person. It tells you, see, I have not asked.
And whatever rascality, whatever whatever they are doing, and the interest of rivers. And I think that's the mentality that
Yeah.
Stories in politics, business, socio-economic fact today. Only on ATN.